Ahoy, my friends, Ryder here, and welcome back to another Final Fantasy VII Ever Crisis video. Today, I am jumping into the Critical Threat event, and I am going to be taking on the EX3 version of the fight. This fight definitely took me a few tries. I want to say thank you to some people in my Discord for giving me some notes and thoughts since they got to it before I got a chance. Omega Weapon, J.R, Super Saiyan 2, and Rydia, who came in super clutch, finding out something super helpful for taking on this fight, guys. And that super important thing is that Elena, Reno, and Rude, neither of them are immune to poison. That's right, we can bio all three of these guys. So honestly, that is going to change this entire fight going into this. It definitely did for me. So this is my team going into this fight. It does have a power of 273,000, and I am running a Fire Ice hybrid build for Cloud. Aerith is just going old school healer with the Sun Umbrella for the debuff there, even though the debuff, which I think will only land on Reno and maybe Rude. Yeah, Reno and Rude, I think. And then Barret here. Barret is so clutch, honestly. It's this freaking assault gun. It's really good. If you have the Centipede leveled up and Matt can work as your healer, then that's going to work really good. But my Centipede is at a lower OB level, and so I couldn't really run it. But Barret is just so clutch with the agitation on the assault gun right here. He really handles this fight. All right, so let's go in here. Let's look at the actual builds here of Elena, Reno, and Rude. So Elena is going to be weak to fire, Reno ice, and Rude wind. But Elena is also going to be resistant to ice here. Now, if we look at her immunities, poison is not there. However, she is immune to physical defense and magic defense down, meaning that the Night Bloom effect from Sun Umbrella will not work on her. Elena uses powerful physical fire element abilities. Her physical attack increases and physical defense, magic defense decrease during attack style. This is when you want to attack her, when she goes into attack style. Her physical attack decreases, and her physical defense and magic defense increase during defense style. This is when we're going to focus on the other characters. She does inflict confusion with fascination, but in the several times that I've done this fight so far, I haven't actually seen her use it. Magic attacks and physical attack up are effective against this enemy. Alright, now moving over to Reno. Reno is going to be the first character we kill today. I'm taking out Reno first because, in my opinion, he's the strongest and the crux character of this fight. If you take him out later on, his electrocute can easily one-shot your entire team. And so to me, Reno is the most dangerous threat here. Rude is tanky, and Elena can be hard to kill later on, and when Elena and Rude are alive, they will slowly start to do more AoE attacks faster and faster as the fight goes on, but Reno is the one who will just decimate your team. I tried this fight taking out Rude first, and it just wasn't enough. As soon as I took out Rude, Reno was going quickly into his electrocute and just wiping me each time. Alright, so Reno is going to be weak to ice and resistant to lightning here. His immunities are only darkness and silence, so we're definitely going to poison him, and we're definitely going to break his physical and magic defense. He uses many lightning element physical attacks, also uses Pyramid to incapacitate a single target. However, we're not really going to see too much of him since she's going to go down pretty quickly. Last but not least, we have Rude, who is weak to wind and resistant to fire, so you're not going to want to use the same attacks you're attacking Elena with on Rude. His sigils are going to be X along with all of them. He also has a diamond sigil break, but it's very slow and it's only 4 sigils that you need to break, so there is no need to bring a diamond sigil breaking weapon into this fight. As you can see in his immunities, he is not immune to poison. He is immune, however, to physical magic attack down, but he's not immune to physical defense, magic defense break, so we are going to break his defenses with Aerith. Rude uses powerful physical earth element abilities. He has a force gauge called Aegis, where essentially he taunts you and you have no choice but to attack Rude during this point in time. He can inflict sleep with Sweet Dreams, although I haven't seen it in this fight. I'm guessing sleep and confuse are things that might come in the crash battle, which I haven't had the chance to take down yet. Physical defense and magic defense are effective against this opponent. All right, guys, so essentially the strategy going into this fight is we're going to take down Reno. Barret will be casting Bio back and forth on every single one of them and slowly bringing down their HP. The goal is, guys, to kill Elena not long after killing Rude. The moment there's one of them left, from what I've seen, the moment there's one of them left, at least in the case of Elena, you only have a small amount of time before she starts kicking you for about 50,000 damage. So the way we're going to do this is I'm going to get Rude down into the red, then let the poison trickle him down, focus all my efforts on Elena, get her down too, and then right when they start to go into a strong attack, I'll summon kill Rude, and then that will put Elena down close enough to be killed shortly after. So that's the overall strategy in the fight. I'm going to talk to you guys about the front end of the build here, and then we'll look at the back end here in a second. All right, so Cloud is going to be running primarily a Ice DPS build, although he is subbing Fire here. He is running his Ice Arcanum costume with Shiva in the summon slot, the Stream Saber OB6 in the main slot right here, which is going to do great damage against Reno, and then the Sky Splitter right here at OB9, so it's looking pretty good. Cloud is a really good candidate for this fight, especially if you have both of these weapons. Alright, now moving over to Aerith, I am running her Garnet's Gown. However, you could run this with the Chocobo suit, the Rosy Battle suit, anything that's going to give you, HP or healing or defense. I am running the Healing Wind Limit Break right here, although her new one can be really good for removing debuffs instantly at a cast if you have it. Fairy Tail is in the first slot here, along with the Sun Umbrella in the second slot, which is going to be for the breaking the physical magic defense. And Barret, last but not least, is going to be running his Scrap Armor, although you could be running the Fiery Cape as well. He is running Ifrit here for some damage. I have the Heavy Hauser right here in the first slot, and the much needed Assault Gun. You do need a AoE physical defense up weapon for this fight. I recommend Barret. Matt, however, can also work fantastically. All right, now going into the materias, I'm running a Cura in the first slot on Cloud, Cura in the first slot on Aerith, and the same thing over here on Barret. I'm going to be running 2 wind materias because when Rude goes into his Aegis phase, when he provokes you and you need to break his bar, you can only do it by doing wind damage. Also, Rude is weak to wind damage as well. So I'm going to be running an Aurora Blow here on Cloud and an Aurora over here on Aerith. Now this materia is the most important thing in this entire build. It is the biomateria, and it's how we're going to be poisoning them and doing a grand majority of the damage throughout the fight. Barret is going to be running that, and that is going to be his job, to raise physical defense for the team and to poison the enemy team. Last but not least, we're going to put X sigils on every single character here. I don't believe that any of my characters have a X sigil break boost. None of them do. There's only one main sigil phase that you're going to need to worry about, and it's going to happen on all 3 of them. It's going to be X sigils, and they're each going to have a 6 count. So you just have to make sure that the moment you break one of them, you switch to the other character, right? I mean, you switch to the other enemy. So you break Rude sigils, then you break Elena's, then you break Reno's. And if you do it like that, you don't need a sigil break boost, all right? Now let's go look at the back end of these characters and then get into this fight because it's pretty damn fun. All right, so Cloud Strife here sitting at 115,000 power, 8.5k HP, 4.1k physical attack. He's got 119 physical defense, which is an important stat for this fight, along with 110 magic defense. His R abilities are as shown here. All right, and here for you guys to check out. With Ice Potency, Fire Potency, Physical Attack, and HP being the most important ones. His sub-weapons are going to be the Bald Eagle right here, the Shiva's Blade right here, and also the Pinwheel as well. Alright, now let's move over to Aerith, who will be sitting here at 92k power, 9.3k HP, 2.6k magic attack, 149 physical defense, and 2.6k healing. So she's going to be healing really well in this fight. These are her R abilities for you guys to check out. And I will show you guys this from over here so you can see because of my camera. And yeah, but the most important ones for her are going to be HP, healing, and physical defense. All right, followed by magic attack. Her sub-equipments are going to be the giant fork with the HP physical defense, the guard stick for the healing capacity stat on this, which is fantastic, and the Hell House collar for more HP physical defense. Last but not least, we have Barret Wallace. 66k HP or 66k power, 7.7k HP, 3.1k physical attack, 171 physical defense, looking super solid, and 133 magic defense. So he is very tanky in this fight. These are going to be his R abilities over here. He's got a bunch of them equipped, but HP, physical defense, physical attack, these are going to be the most important things for him, with a little bit of physical ability potency down here on the bottom. And I will show you guys all of his R abilities right there. All right, his sub-equipments are going to be the Amarant's Claws right here, mostly for the HP and a little physical attack. So just spec something. If he has good HP, spec him with something that gives him physical attack. If he doesn't, spec him for something with HP. In the second slot, Dawn's Prayers for the physical defense, magic defense, and also Best Wishes, which is the exact same thing for the physical defense, magic defense. All right, guys, that is going to conclude the build for this fight. Without further ado, let's get into it. Honestly, guys, this fight kind of took me a few tries. It's really fun, and it's going to be tricky, and I'm a little worried about how hard the crash fights are going to be, but I think with some time, effort, dedication, and patience, I should be able to take it down. All right, so for this fight, I'm not going to be fighting on semi. I'm going to be fighting on manual. All right, we are going to immediately Night Bloom Reno, and Barret is going to start poisoning Rude. All right, there we go. It landed. Cloud is going to be focusing only on doing damage to Reno right here. So you kind of got to be a little tricky with the switching between them to get the poison on another character. I'm going to Agitation right here at the end before this goes off, and then we're going to guard for their first big attack. Like I said, the goal of the fight is to take out Reno as quickly as possible while also keeping poison up on all the other characters. All right, so here comes the link prep right here. All right, so Reno's down. Switch over to Elena. All right, one more, and then I'm going to switch over to Rude right here. Boom, there we go. And Aerith should finish it off here in a second. Switching back over to Reno, and now I'm going to Night Bloom once again. All right, and Barret is going to focus on Elena and put a poison when he can. All right, switching back to Reno, because you definitely want Cloud to be focusing on Reno this entire time. All right, here we go. Looking good so far, guys. I'm going to do a little bit of damage here to try and take out Reno before this hit goes off. All right, this is going to be pretty damn solid. I'm just going to go straight into the Diamond Dust right here, get it out of the way, and start charging it again. This is going to take out Reno from the fight, and now comes the tricky part. We're going to be balancing damage between Rude and Elena. All right, switching over to Barret, we will toss an Agitation and switch over to the defense stance to prepare for the Turks Brawl. All right, phase one of the fight complete. All right, here we go. Gonna immediately heal from that. We're gonna switch back over to Barret. He's gonna start going for the bio, and Cloud and Aerith are gonna be using Aurora Blows to break the Aegis so that we can start focusing on Elena again here. All right, here we go, looking pretty solid. I'm gonna have Barret use Agitation right here. All right, there we go. And almost getting through this right here. Rude is gonna step it up a notch with this, and we're gonna get his Diamond Sigil break here in a moment, guys. All right, here it is. He is gonna incapacitate Aerith right there, but it's gonna be fine. I'm just gonna keep on bioing with Barret, and gonna keep on Aurora Blow with Cloud. There we go. The Aegis is broken, so now we're gonna switch back over to Elena. I'm gonna make sure to get the bio off on her, all right, so that we can make sure that they're both going down equivalently. Alright, now at this point in time, I'm going to switch back over to Rude right now. I'm going to Night Bloom him. Alright, so we're looking pretty good. And yeah, that's how we're going to keep on doing damage right here. Cloud can do Freezing Stream, and Aerith is just going to make sure that the HP is up on everybody right here. Barret is going to make sure that he stays poisoned this entire time. Alright, here we go. And before they start to cast this next attack, I am going to hit them with both of these summons right here. Boom, right there. That's going to buy us a little bit of time right now. As you can see, poison totally makes this fight a different fight, guys. That's why it's really important to always check the boss enemy info and look for if they are poison resistant, because it really is a game changer. Alright, so here comes Hellfire. Should do some good damage against Elena. I'm not quite sure where her resistances are right now. Alright, so she is fairly resistant right now. Alright, so I'm going to switch back over to Elena right now. And we are going to re-bio her and do a Blazing Strike. So we're looking pretty good. Trying to get some damage off, but she is very tanky right now. Alright, here we go. Barret's going to switch back to Rude, get off the bio, and we are going to block this hit right here. Probably should have done Barret's Agitation right there, as it will greatly lower this damage. But it's okay, we can heal through it, it's not going to be a problem. Alright, here we go. Now I'm going to switch back over to Elena. I am going to re-bio her. It's important to make sure that she is constantly poisoned, guys. Alright, here we go, making sure that we're up on HP. Here comes the Haymaker, okay? So Barret is going to Agitation right here. And then I'm going to make sure to Agitation one more time before Rude gets off this Haymaker right there. And we'll get off a heal on Cloud. Alright, perfect. Looking pretty solid all across the board. The tricky part here, guys, is just making sure that you kill them both kind of at the same time. So as you can see, Elena has more HP right now than Rude, so we really need to focus on taking down Elena. Alright, here we go. She's still stacked on the defense, so I'm just going to do what I can with Barret, Agitation, and just focus on taking down Elena right now. Rude is going to, the poison's going to get him all the way down, guys, so you don't really need to worry about it. Barret is just going to keep on casting bio on Elena. Alright, which it is sticking. It is an RNG thing, so it is important to get some good luck when it comes to casting these hits right here. Alright, here we go. And we're going to get this Agitation off. Switch over to Aerith, and we're going to block this hit right here. So we are looking pretty solid, guys. This run is looking way better than my first runs, let me tell you that. Alright, so I'm going to toss this Kiraga, immediately jump back over to her, and we're just going to keep on getting her down. I'm going to toss an Agitation with Barret, a Night Bloom right here, and right before that triple Shockwave goes off, guys, I'm going to hit them with all 3 summons and heal myself to full. Elena is officially low enough to take her out of the, or to take Rude out of the fight. Once we do that, we're just going to go full blast damage against Elena, unless the Ifrit literally kills her right now. Alright, so let's see how it goes, guys. And honestly, if you can follow this strategy, even if you don't have these same weapons, if you focus on the poison, for those of you that followed my Dying extra boss fight, the poison really makes it doable even with a considerable weaker team. So there you guys have it. EX3 made it look like it's nothing at all. And I hope that you guys can clear this fight and get the new little icon, which is pretty cool. So yeah, if you guys have any questions about this fight, if you have a different team, never hesitate to ask questions in the comments, and you guys can always come join the Curseborn Discord and get more answers to more complex questions over there. There's a link to join in the description of every video. That being said, if this guide was helpful to you guys today, if it did get you that EX3 clear, drop a comment, drop a like on the video, and don't forget to subscribe for future Final Fantasy VII Ever Crisis content. I hope you guys all have a wonderful night. The best of luck in this fight. Take care, everyone. Peace.